the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals as they'll square off against Tom Brady and the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, if you go by the 2018 record, this one, it's a mismatch on paper. That's what it is. But I know you, and I have a feeling you're going to say, with respect to a broadcasting legend, not so fast, my friend.
Not only that, I hear you're not so fast, and I raise you. Have you ever heard the term any given Sunday? Or should I say Thursday, or Monday, or Saturday? Whenever the NFL teams play, anything can happen.
Ready to go now. Stephen Gostkowski for the Patriots as we are off and running in Foxborough. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Andy Dalton set to lead out this Bengals offense at the controls for the 9th year. The man out of TCU. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power. Gets to the perimeter.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, it's an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. Tom Brady trots out of the field here with the rest of his offense, and they are now coming off their first loss of the season, Charles. Week 9, go to Baltimore, lose 37-20 to Lamar Jackson and company. And for Tom Brady, look, still playing incredible, don't get me wrong, but last 4 weeks, only 4 touchdown passes.
And I lay that more at the feet of New England administration right now, because we've talked for years that he doesn't have enough receivers, but they always had enough receivers, and Tom Brady made them better. In this case now, I'm not sure they actually have enough receivers. Julian Edelman is still there. They just traded for Mohamed Sanu. And then after that, start to name them. Good luck with that. They've got to find guys who can make those big catches, and they're obviously missing some key guys from their past.
Hey, 66.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. Shifts free at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, 36 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this will be incredible field position as that'll kick out of bounds inside the opponent's 35-yard line.
Charles, as the Patriots come back out here offensively, it gives us a chance to go back to that loss they had Week 9 to Baltimore. So now 8-1, not going to be an undefeated season, so the 72 Dolphins can take a little breath of relief while they got to worry about the 49ers.
And all the way in, touchdown, New England. James White, 33 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Joe Mixon. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
On second down now, Bernard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On the draw, here's Bernard. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A draw play, Bernard. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Dalton. Dalton bootlegs out. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Dalton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Edelman set to return.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0?
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 88 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and
again,
again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now 21-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first half lead.
Yeah, I remember in school, we used to have a term for it, break on it. When you see the ball in the air, when you see a receiver make the cut, and you anticipate it, break on the football, get there, make a play. And we've seen a lot of that so far in this game.
Coverage has been excellent. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Dalton being chased out. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gostkowski with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we get that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on third down, Dalton. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And now Edelman. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Patriots take over. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the second quarter.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Wait, 20. 52 right here. 52. Quit talking about it and bring it. Wait, 28.
To throw again on second down. Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Brady on target to Edelman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, 42 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Mixon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Dalton now to pass. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 21. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Hey, alert three.
On first down, Bernard. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and 3, Dalton. Escaping the pressure right, and avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a pass dropped off here for James White, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Devin McCourty brings him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get it.
To throw here, Dalton. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. The lead is theirs here in the third quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson. A good pickup there at 22. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On play action, now Brady. Looking long for Thomas. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Brady gives to Michel. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. 1st-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog.
Wait 20. I'm scared. What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight?
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Brady. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Come on, D.
Brady gives this to White. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
On 2nd and goal, Brady. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run it in with White. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Sliding out of the pocket. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Again, here's Bernard. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Passing, it's Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 20, 10, and they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A chance for us to get a glance at this Patriots defense. They've played a great game. I guess the only thing they would really have hoped for other than this outcome would have been a shutout, but they've got a lot to hang their hat on.
They really do, and you don't get that very often anyway. A shutout is really elusive. So they'll take this one, just a dominant performance where they were doing the dictating. Think about the guys on offense, though. What a frustrating day. They're going to have to do some regrouping.
Tell you what, though, you pitched a shutout up here in the booth, partner.
I appreciate that very much.
A-plus game.
One pitch and sat down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on